Okay, greetings. This is Classic Games Redefined. My name's Rich. We're doing another how to play video. This is in keeping with the Traitor games that we're looking at, the Intrigue. This is a two-player only Traitor game I designed for half checkerboard. It was like the second to last one I did, so it's like game 31, I believe. It's called Traitor Race, and that's as in traitor as in betrayal. Let me explain what you have for equipment, then we'll explain the object, and then we'll go into how to play the game. It's not quite as simple as I thought it would be, but once you get it down, it should be playable. Generally, the main mechanic here is a pressure lock game, but these blue lines, these blue blocks, which I have that create boundary, don't have to be part of the game, it just makes it, because you're going to be navigating a path through here and trying to get this finished. These ghost stones just mark an end area also. They're not part of the game. What you need is that the player-controlled side, and that's what we'll call it. That's the side that the traitor player doesn't want to win. It is going to consist of a piece that marks during the turn that you use to advance, and this to mark where you start the turn with. So let's say you advanced out here to 7 and during a turn. Then that would come behind, it would start the turn there. The system side, the side that the traitor wants to win, doesn't need it because it just keeps going until it can't advance any further. I'll explain a bit. You also have 5 cards. I'm going to recommend using 2 decks for this card. Salvage 2 decks, but you can play this game now if you want to. Just keep it separated. You have 2 jokers in here. They represent a player, and they're used to randomly start the game. Actually, you know what? We'll take them out right now. And one more thing I'm going to add. It's just for tracking scoring. Let me go into the workshop. And we'll go into the, not the workshop. We'll go into chest. Let's just pull out some blue things here. Just put them here. And I'm going to make that smaller. That's nice and small. And then we'll have, here we go. Control C. This is just to help with memory. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Pressing fell over. Likes to pick up. So there we go. That's good news. These will start here. That's used for tracking the timer. When you see 2-5 skidoo, I'll be showing it coming weaker. You'll understand what I'm doing. I just realized I have it. This is a deck of 24 cards. It's ace through 6. And it's used to replace dice. So you're going to have it. And you would be playing cards. So what we'll do here is we'll move this to the side also out of the way. So the players are going to get 3 cards here. Let's just shuffle this up. So we'll do that way. And they're ace through 6. Remember it? So what we'll do here. And I might as well, let's pop this here like that. Just get that out of the way. So you're going to be drawing cards and each player gets it. So the object of the game here is, and there isn't really, I don't know of any game that's intentionally designed to be a 2-player only traitor game. So the object of this game is to get, depending on what side you're on, you want your side to get the side first or try to eliminate the other player in the game. And there'll be context for it. So let's do this. So these are going to be randomly drawn. Just to show this to you here. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to put this up here because, nope, that's not what I want. Oh, that worked out well then. Well, we'll do it this way. Thing that if you're moving an entire stack, as we stated prior, you know what? I'm just going to put this here out of the way. There, it's out of the way. A little bit limited space. So, we're going to give to each of these sides one of these things here. They're drawn at random, and they're kept hidden. So, we have the things. You see, you have the deck of 24 cards here, and a scoring mechanism, and just a board. So, during a player's turn, it's going to start. We're going to randomly determine which of these 2 players starts. We're going to have a player on the left and a player on the right there. And let's start off with a scenario. In this deck, I think I need to do something here. I'm going to scroll back a little bit, just give myself a little bit more room on the table. We'll shake it. And I'm just going to put these here. I want to get everything out of the way because I'm going to be putting cards down. So, what we'll do, there's a, I'm going to try this. Let's go minus. So, Why do you do that? Behave yourself, will you? Okay, come on. That was not a good. That wasn't a good place to put the cards, though. Damn it. I wish it was, but it's apparently not. So we'll go here like that. So I want to get this moving for you. Right click, deal. Three. There we go. That's one player's hand. We'll put it over here. Right click, deal, deal, deal. And we'll deal them out that way. So this is not a player's hand. And we're going to put the deck up here. Hopefully it works this time. It was acting up. So we'll put it here. So anyhow, during a player's turn, the player will make an accusation. And by the way, these cards are held hidden in the hands, so they're not supposed to do it. You either can make an accusation, we'll explain that later, or you do one of four options. During a turn, the ending turn is, which is a little bit different than quit, is you go as far and you decide to bank your points. So that's what I should have locked that in place. It's not locked. So anyhow, let's do this. We're scrolling a little bit closer. So you bank your points and go, okay, I'll take 7. And the pieces will be advancing. So that's a very simple move. You can do that. It's highly recommended you at least do one move there to get some progress. Doesn't make sense if you don't. I'm having my notes here. Quitting. If somebody's a player, is a traitor in the game. They're a traitor in the game. They have one of these cards. They can choose to drop out. They can do this at any time. Only a traitor can quit. What you pretty much would do as a traitor player, the player who wants the system to win, is you feel that the system's going to win, and you want to make things difficult for the player. At that point, the player will end up discarding their cards, and their opponent replenishes the 6 cards. And then the play would proceed to the dummy player. All these moves are done by one player when it's their turn. So you can do that. Then there's option 3, which is press your luck. Which you're going to have a starting score at the start of the turn. And it does reset if you play through your hand. So what you will do is the players will look. They will take one card like this. Each play. And these are going to be played face down. I'm just putting them in here. So we'll flip it over. Remember to each play 2s. Then you take one. You take another one. Then you shuffle them. Because one of these cards is going to be out. And when I say it's going to be out, you want to be careful to not let anybody see it. Now, these 3 will flip over. So we have a score of 2. Let's like that. 2, and that's looks like 5. So that target number now to beat is 9. So we'll flip it over. And they're put out after you're done like that. Okay. That will be reshuffled later. So target number 9, we will do it this way. 8 and 1. 9. So this player then has an option to choose to press on or quit or bank. Oh, by the way, we should do that because he got 1. He advanced 1 space. By the way, when these pawns advance, and even dummy player, they don't occupy the same space, so they can leap over. Let's say he's here. That player then can catch up and go there, or vice versa. So it gives you an idea of pressuring what you're going to do. And now we're going to put this back and say this player is a non-traitor. Because now they're playing cooperative. The thing is that you don't know who's on your side here. Okay. Then you would go again. You want to be careful you get this right. So this player will end up putting it there. Let's flip them over. Remember, the target number to beat is 9. And I'm going to move this down like that. And I'll put it here. And I'll move this up here. So we have a target number to beat 9. They each took, 4 and 2. Let's flip it over. And that's what I'm going to do. So we'll flip them over, and 1, 2, I have to beat 9. So, one card comes off. It may be one of the player's things. We don't know for sure. And then we flip. 5, 4. It's going to beat it. And that's an 11. That's a beautiful thing. If you're the non-trader side. So, here's what's going to happen. What it was, you see these target numbers that you have here? If you can get through this, it's going to reset itself. So, that's an interesting play mechanic. So, that guy will put in there. And he can choose to quit because he thinks whatever it was. You players will talk amongst themselves to do what they're going to do. And we will take 1, 2, shuffle these up, get a good mix, and then like that, that goes out of play, and then flip. I have a feeling we might have an issue here. Remember, it's 11. 6. That's a fail. That's a fail, and that's the danger of doing this, because you may not have it. So the player failed. Had he banked it, it would have gone there, and then the opponent went. So now let's look at what the dummy player does. The dummy player starts at 0, as with everything else. You have to exceed the number that you played prior. If you want to make it easier for the non-player side, they have to meet or exceed target number. So anyhow, so we're going to go and hold this up and right-click and go deal. So 1, 2. This is the downside of trying to do deal here. 3, 4. So odds are you would play it. When you're figuring it out, you want to be as closest to the prior number while being over. Since it's 0 and we have a 6, he's going to put that in there. Helps the card count here. So we have 7 as the target number. Flip. And this is 7. Like that there. And we'll do another round or two like that. So it's 7 is the target number to beat. Now, we'll go like this. Just going to do it that way. It's a little bit easier, and then we flip it over. Have to beat 7. So, drop it, and then go like that, and hit the F button. Here we go. We have 3, 4, 3, 4. So that's 10. The dummy player here ends up keeps going till he can't go anymore. So we'll do it like this here. So we'll take 4 more cards. 2, 3, 4, and flip them and see what happens. 3, 10. He fails. He advanced 2 spaces. So I believe he did it twice. It's supposed to should advance it every single time he does it. Now these players go across, and yeah, he gained 2. At this point, I'm going to shuffle these. So we're going to have to deal them out. I'll take 1, 2, 3. Put 3 here. And then like this. 3 cards each. And then they're going to look at them. So, okay. Look at it, make a decision about this time. Now this player, by the way, is the one who's going to be playing. He's going to be putting the cards in and making the decision whether to quit or not. So he's going to throw a 1 in. He throws a 3 in, like that. And then, go like this here. Might as well put them together and form a hand. That works out okay. Let's see if we can do things here. Like that there. That thing's getting in the way. Okay. Well, now I'm going to go and take 2 cards. Drop them in here like this. And then mix them up. Take one card off the top. Oh, by the way, I should do this. Just that. Oh, not that. Oh. Put both of these and just drop them out. Sometimes the player gets in the way, but anyhow. So we have three cards, and take one card. Okay, takes one card. Actually, doesn't take one card. We already got rid of that one card there. So we're gonna flip it over and see what we have here. Okay, that is 7. That's actually 8. Not too bad. And flip that and put that in a discard pile like that. 8. So, he can choose to press on, and I think he will. He's hoping he can pull something in. This player puts that in there like that. Now, if he's hoping, this guy will play the 6. Puts it in like that there. So they're hoping. Oh, that's a discard pile. I'm going to move the discard pile out of the way. It's important to pull from the right deck. Did I get 2? I hope that's 2. Good. We drop them in here like that. We'll shake them up. And we're going to proceed to see what happens here. I just want to see if I can pull for bingo. That 3. That's 10. And the players should really talk amongst themselves, saying what they're going to do. And here's hoping. Flip that over like that, put that in that pile. And if they bank now, he would get 2 points. And these last 2 will go in. Hopefully they can pull something in right. So, like that. We'll flip it over. Take 2 cards again. Like that. And rotate it like this. Nope. Rotate it like that. Come on. And we got an issue here. Well, that's good. At least it rotated. That's the thing, is this the way this does. So, well, hopefully going to be 10. So, I will drop that over, and hopefully we get lucky, because this is resets, so. And we'll flip it. Flip it. 6. That's a good sign. 11. 15. That worked out really well for the non-trader side, so let's flip it over. Okay, that worked out really well. So next up, this all resets, so he's at step 3. And apparently I didn't nail these down, so I'm picking up the wrong piece. He goes there. Oh, by the way, he leaps over it, because you don't occupy the space. So now, how many cards do we have here? So I will take... I'm going to shuffle these up for a second. I will take that. 1, 3. This player is still making a decision where they go. And goes like that there. And then they'll look at the card and make a decision again. So he's going to want to at least go 1 more here. So, and we flip it over. And they look. He can make a decision, so he'll look at his cards. When the deck's empty, then you're going to reshuffle the discards. So, 2, 5. Odds are he's going to play. Anyhow, you know what I want to press on here? We're already 20 minutes and I haven't even got to the other move types. You keep going. Let's say he manages to succeed here and goes, oh, I don't like my cards. So he's going to exceed 1 more. He goes like that there. And then they call it. Play continues, somebody wins. But now there are several other move types that I should explain like that there. The quitting, the banking. So let's say we had a trader player here. This trader player is a trader. He can choose to quit. Let's say it's his turn now. He says, I quit. I'm a trader. You're on your own. then this guy's going to be playing with 6 cards. He may not want to do that. Now here's another thing with, let's get to the accusation and the accusing a player. If, let's say, for example, this player accuses that player of being a traitor. Okay. Actually, you don't want to begin with a more complicated situation. Let's say they're both traitors. Okay. They're both traitors. This player's a traitor, and that player's a traitor. And if a player revealed to be a traitor, and at this point, let's say we have a scenario where this side's leading. This player accuses that player of being a traitor, and they shows he's a traitor, and then this player shows he's a traitor. This player made the accusation, wins. So there's a lot of devious backstabbing. Okay. If otherwise, we got something else here. So at this point, I'm going to make a rule edit here, because the one thing, if this player accuses, actually, if that happens, one thing about making an accusation, by the way, yeah, this is a clarification. If it's like this, the traitor player can't be accusing anybody of being a traitor. Can't be. The non-traitor, the traitor side has to be ahead. That was the one thing I forgot about the rules. I apologize. When you have that there, the player, traitor player, so long as they're trailing, they can't accuse. They can't accuse at all. So if we had this there, you can't make an accusation. The game would break if you had it besides. You want to do it. So it also puts pressure on the traitor side to be sabotaging. Okay, another thing I have here. Okay, you have that there. If, let's swap this out. If the traitor player, the non-traitor player accuses the traitor player of being a traitor, that player would be out. And, oh, here's another thing too. If the traitor player accuses the non-traitor, here's the thing. If the traitor player accuses the non-traitor player of being a traitor, and he's not, or the traitor player accuses, the non-traitor player accuses the traitor player of being a traitor and is correct, play will proceed as normal. But this player is going to be dealt 6 cards and playing 2 from his hand. And he'll be controlling both hands that way. There is also the one more case in the accusations, that if this player, the non-traitor player, accuses another non-traitor player of being a traitor and they're not, this player here is going to end up playing only 3 cards, and there's going to be 2 dealt from the hand, and there is none that go out. So he's going to be playing against the odds. So you have to be very careful about the accusations. And that's the way this works. If you want to make it easier for the non-traitor side to win, you make it greater than or equal to. If you want to make it easier for the traitor side, the system side, to win, you make that greater than or equal to. So anyhow, let me just do the following here. Oops, give me a second. I'm just going to do this thing and put these away. So go like this here. We can do this. Grab that and go flip. Oh, that's not good. I think it probably might have been that. But anyhow, we'll pick up these cards and just pack them up. And it's going to come back on the table. That's what happens. It comes back. You don't necessarily control where it is, so you have to be careful, and we can end up flipping it. That's it. I was hitting the wrong button anyhow. And we'll drop them in the bag. There we go. So anyhow, that's how you play Traitor Race. And I went much longer than I thought it would be. This should only take about 5 minutes to explain, but there's a little bit of complexity there. So anyhow, you have you either make an accusation like we explained there, or you can end the turn banking, quit the game if you're the traitor, or do a pressure luck move. So that's it. And then depending on how you do it, that's what it was. So anyhow, that's how to play Traitor Race. And I do want to thank you for watching, and may your die always roll 5.